Angry Grandpa's channel ran for 10 years and has 1.8 billion views. In one 2013 newspaper feature, a reporter did the one thing the audience never could. He phoned the ex-wife and asked her. Her name is Tina Sharp. For a decade, the comment sections argued about a single question. Was the rage real, or was Angry Grandpa performing it? Millions of people had a position. Almost none of them had met him. Tina Sharp was married to him for decades and appeared in the videos herself until they divorced. When a reporter finally asked her, she didn't answer that question. She answered a better one in 4 words. Here is what she was on camera to an audience of millions. Angry Grandpa's targets were a fixed list. Politicians, the IRS, the cable company, the Pope, and his ex-wife. Tina was a recurring segment. The Charleston City paper describes one from December 2011. Angry Grandpa is filming a cooking bit, stuffing hot dogs with cheese and wrapping them in bacon. Tina walks into the kitchen. He swears at her and orders her out of the shot. She raises a middle finger straight-faced and doesn't move. That's the entire dynamic in 6 seconds. He performs. She refuses to perform back. They separated and divorced in 2012 after decades of marriage, and she largely stopped appearing. Meanwhile, the thing kept growing. Michael filmed, Michael uploaded, and Angry Grandpa went from a trailer park in North Charleston to national television and 1.8 billion views. And the audience did what audiences do. They built her a character. Go and look right now. There are fan sites with pages for her, listing her relatives, sorting her into a role, ranking her appearances. One of them files her under villains. Not one person who wrote any of that had spoken to her. Then, in March 2013, a reporter named Paul Bowers spent an afternoon in Angry Grandpa's mobile home for a Charleston City paper cover story, trying to work out how much of the anger was an act. And he did the obvious thing nobody else had bothered with. He got the ex-wife's phone number. She told him 3 things, and they arrive in ascending order of strangeness. The first, her ex-husband had never raised his hand to hurt her or their children. Nobody had asked her to defend him. She volunteered it. The second, she hadn't minded the videos. Some had been degrading to her. Some had been funny. She held both at once, which is more than the comment sections managed in 10 years. Then the reporter mentioned the thing that had been nagging him all afternoon. Sitting at his own kitchen table off camera, Angry Grandpa had seemed completely calm, pleasant even. Bowers had walked in assuming the rage was the performance, and the mild man in front of him was the proof. Tina Sharp scoffed at him. That's a put-on. 4 words, and they turned the whole decade inside out. Everybody had been asking whether the anger was fake. She was telling him the calm was. That the yelling wasn't the character. The agreeable man at the kitchen table was. Notice she isn't calling him a monster. She'd already told the same reporter he never hit anyone. She's saying something narrower. The camera didn't create the anger. It arrived and found it running. Sit with what that does to the show. If the rage is the act, the Angry Grandpa show is a comedy, everyone laughs, everyone goes home fine. If the calm is the act, it isn't a comedy at all. It's 10 years of footage of a man who could not switch it off, cut and captioned and sold as one. And the person saying so had lived inside it for 30 years, which is 30 years longer than anyone in the comments, and 30 years longer than any commentary channel that has since explained Angry Grandpa to you. Here's what complicates it, and it has nothing to do with her. That is one interview, one reporter, one afternoon, one free weekly, 2013. And as far as I can find anywhere, it is close to the last time a journalist asked anyone in that family anything at all. Look at what happened to the other woman in this story. Bridget West has been on camera in Angry Grandpa videos since 2010. She is named in his obituary. The trade press named her as a co-buyer when the family bought him his house in 2015. 15 years in frame inside a billion-view operation. No journalist has ever interviewed her. Not once that I can find. What exists instead is thousands of pages written about her by an audience. Her weight, her health, her marriage, her worth as a person. Character pages, rankings, timelines. A great deal of it is cruel, and essentially none of it comes from her. That is the actual shape of this, and it isn't a conspiracy. It's what happens when the only camera in the room belongs to one member of the family and everybody else in the frame is material. So, the family nobody talks about is the wrong phrase. They were talked about constantly, relentlessly, for 15 years by millions of people. They were just almost never asked. When Charles Green died in December 2017, his obituary ran in the Post and Courier. It lists his fiancée, 2 sons, 2 daughters, 8 grandchildren, and it lists his former spouse, Tina Sharp. Not buried, not a footnote. By name in the paper, among the survivors. After 10 years as the recurring antagonist of a channel with her ex-husband's face on it. The internet had spent a decade deciding what she was. Her family filed 4 column inches saying she was family. If you want to know what somebody in a video is actually like, there's one method, and one local reporter used it in 2013. He asked,